Hello, brethren. This is the story of the prodigal son. Part 2. The Departure. A young man demanded his inheritance early, moved out of his father's house, and set off to a distant country where he squandered everything he had on wild living. When his money ran out, a famine struck, and he found himself so hungry that he was ready to eat the food that the pigs were eating. But even that was forbidden to him. And so he began to feed on pigs, and they would give him their food. But he became so skinny that when the pigs' food ran out, he began to die of hunger. At that point, he came to his senses and said, "How many of my father's servants have food enough and to spare, and here I am dying of hunger? I will go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your servants.' And he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and ran to meet him, and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your servants.' But the father told his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet, and bring the fattened calf and kill it. And let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And we must celebrate and rejoice.' And so they all celebrated, and after they had celebrated for a while, the father said, 'Listen, all my sons are here. It is right that we should celebrate and rejoice, because this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' But his brother was angry. He was not invited to the celebration, so he left the house. His father came out to try to persuade him, but he would not listen. And he said, 'You are not treating me fairly, for I am your oldest son, and I have served you faithfully. Yet you have never given me even a young goat for me to celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him.' Then his father said, 'Son, we had to celebrate and rejoice, because your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. Are you not glad?' But he answered, 'No. No matter how far you've wandered, God's love is waiting to restore you. Grace always runs faster than guilt.' Part 3, coming soon. Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made in God's image, and He loves you very much. If you believe this prayer,